guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jewel Gems. It's been a long time since you guys have seen me due to a major life update, which this video is going to be about, and to share the story with everybody that wasn't able to be there. Just keep on watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. So let's get right into the engagement proposal story. So, as you can tell by the title of the video, me and my boyfriend are engaged. Oh, I can't even say boyfriend anymore, fiance. Yeah, so he proposed to me about 3 weeks ago, on July 4th, actually, so I can never forget the date. It's so easy. I'm so happy about that. So I'll just give you basically like some backstory leading up to the day of the proposal. So my friend hit me up, my good friend, she hit me up and said that, you know, she wanted to surprise my other friend with a drive-by graduation. So of course I'm like, you know, yeah, I'll be there, let me help you, what can I do, explain all this stuff. And the other friend actually was supposed to like leave the country, so she couldn't, obviously, because of COVID. So I even more so wanted to like be there for her graduation. I was prepared to do that on July 4th. And then also too, like, I had a friend that you know, she's having a baby, so she was doing her gender reveal. So I was like, okay, I gotta go to that too. So like, I thought my Saturday was going to be booked, basically. I got an Evite to the graduation drive-by, and the Evite, it didn't show the guests coming. They chose to hide the guest list, but I noticed that like the host was my fiance's name, and I was just like, why? I was like, I mean, you know, my fiance is friends with my friends as well that was graduating, but I was just like, oh, that's weird. Like, oh, he's helping out, but he didn't tell me. So I was like, oh, okay. So then like I asked him, and I was just like, oh, like, I saw that you're the host, like, for, you know, such and such's drive by. I didn't know you were coming too. And he came up with something like, basically he said that because he's a teacher, so he said, oh, teachers get what did he say? He said teachers get like a discount on Evite because like they host stuff or something like that. So he was like, yeah, they're letting you know, my friend wanted to host a party because he had the premium Evite. So I was just like, oh, okay, I didn't even know that, but I was like, okay, sure. And I kind of just was like, I left it alone. I know it sounded so fishy, but I left it alone, I think, because I really did want to be surprised when this day came. So I was just like, you know what, even if it has to do with something like around the proposal or whatever, like, I don't even want to know. So like, I chose like not to really dig too deep into that. And then this is where my friends came in really good, because my friends really are great actresses. Like, they really had me thinking all week, like, because it was actually supposed to rain that Saturday. So my friend was telling me like all the you know, like plan B's, plan C's in case, you know, we couldn't go to the park we were supposed to go to. So I'm like asking her like, what would she want to eat on this day, you know, like, you know, just asking all these questions. And she's like, no, you don't have to do anything, I'm just gonna be home, blah 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 blah. So then I told my friend that I wanted to get her like food, and then my friend was like, oh, no, don't bring her food, because like I was gonna bring it in my car. And so they were like, no, don't do that, we're gonna actually go out to eat afterwards, we'll surprise her with food afterwards. And I was like, okay, that's a good idea, okay. So I didn't end up bringing food, which like I found out later is because they didn't want me like smelling like food the whole day if I would have had food in my car, because there was like, you know, totally different plans for me that day. So my friend like earlier in the week was like, oh, like we should dress up for our friends so like we can take pictures in the park and be really cute. And she was saying, I don't know if I'm gonna wear heels or not. And I was like, well, if you wear heels, I'll wear heels. So that's how they tricked me into like dressing up for my for my engagement, because I thought we were gonna like take nice pictures together like at that park, um you know, and that would be it. Oh, another thing that I thought was a little fishy, I'm not gonna lie. So when I saw the address of where the park was gonna be, I was like, oh wow, like my fiance, he took me on a date there. It was like a really cute day, and we had a picnic there. And so I was like, oh, that's funny that it's the same park. But I was just like, again, I was just like, coincidence. So I was just like, okay, whatever. So yeah, so we fast forward to the day of that Saturday. So yeah, I get to the park, I get there on time, my friend's already there, and she looks cute, we both look cute. We're just happy to see each other because of course we haven't seen anybody like during quarantine, so it was just nice to see her. We had our mask on and everything. And then we start to set up for my friend's drive-by. So we have signs, we have like gifts for her, and we're trying to find like a shady spot in the park. And then she says, you know, she's on her way. And so I asked my friend like, oh, so who else all is coming? Because I'm wondering why like the drive-by is like kind of late, because normally like for the drive-bys that I've done, you kind of plan it before you do the drive-by. So I'm like, where's the caravan, you know? And I asked my friend like, oh, who all is coming? And she's like telling me names that like make sense for my friend, like all my friends' friends. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe they're just all late, right? Man, so funny. So anyways, so my friend gets there, she acts totally surprised, and she's like, oh my goodness, this is for me, what, blah blah. And like she was super surprised. So we take pictures with her, and then we're like, okay, sit down, like so that you can get ready for the drive-by to come and everything, because basically we were like, we didn't want the drive-by to get here before you did. So then we're taking pictures, waiting, and my friends are like, oh, the friend that we were surprising, she goes, oh, there's like a really nice spot on the other side of this park where we can take pictures. And I'm just thinking, okay, you guys go, I don't want to miss the caravan, so like I'll sit here and wait. And we also had like all her like stuff just like out in the park, her balloons, everything. So they're like, no, let's all go, let's all take pictures. And I'm like, no, y'all, we want to just leave this stuff. And they're like, yeah, just leave it, it's fine, it's a safe park, blah 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 blah. So we're walking, mind you, I'm in heels, it's like 96 degrees. I I ended up breaking my mask, of course, but like I'm walking in these heels like all the way across this park, and it's like kind of secluded, and my friend keeps saying, oh no, there's better views over here. And I'm like thinking to myself, I mean, the perfect view is where we just walked away from. So I'm like, let me just be a team player. So I walk with them, and then like I see there's like this little like gazebo, well, not even a gazebo, it was like a garden like gazebo, and it's like decorated. So I'm like wondering like, oh, okay, this is cute, I guess, like, you know. But then I'm like, why is it like decorated like someone's gonna get married? Because there were like tea lights, there were rose petals down the walkway, and then like there were flowers everywhere. And then like I kid you not, as soon as I said, why does it look like it's like decorated for someone to get married, I see like peek through the behind the gazebo, see someone, but I'm like, is that my boy? And then my friends are like, oh yeah, do you recognize him? And then like I start to see like there's a photographer there, there's like two other people there like recording, and I'm like, wait, what is going on? Like I literally, like you'll see in the video, because I do want to post like our engagement video, like we had a videographer record the whole thing. But like you'll see in the video, I literally turn back around and walk away. I'm like, what? No, what is going on right now? Am I being punked? Like, what's going on? So I turn back around, and they're like, go. And then I see that it is my boyfriend, and I'm just like, whoa, this is crazy. Like my life, I was shaking. Like I was just like, oh my gosh, like, is this it? Like, is this it? You know? So he hugs me and he gives me flowers, and then you know, he shows me like the gazebo is gorgeous. It has all of our like favorite pictures like on little like on a little, you know, like a decorative rope, and it's going all around like clothespin style of like all our pictures, all my friends. Like it was so beautiful. And so of course I start crying, and then he's like, so now that you've seen everything, and like he like, you know, takes my hand and puts me in the center of the gazebo, and then he recites a poem that actually I wrote to him when we first started dating, and I, you know, gave him the poem to have, so he, you know, has a poem at his house, and he recited it like word for word, and then he said my full name. He got down on one knee, and he was like, "Will you marry me?" And I was like, "Yes!" It was so emotional and beautiful, and I mean, it was I'll never forget that moment. Like, it is definitely a highlight memory for sure. I started to take it all in. Like, you can see the whole like skyline view behind us, and it was just absolutely perfect. It was gorgeous. So yeah, and then that's not it. So then, like, you know, of course I'm like yelling at my friends like, y'all are the best actresses ever, because I really thought that this was like for them, not for me. And then of course they knew the whole time. They actually helped my fiance plan the whole thing, which I love you guys. You know who you are. You guys are like amazing friends. You guys are like literally gifts from God. And my friends give me more flowers and like gift bags, and they're just like, this isn't it, like. And then my fiance tells me like, after we take, you know, pictures with the photographer and everything, he's like, we're gonna go to eat at this restaurant that I've been wanting to go for a long time. So I'm like, cool. So you know, they stayed. They said they were, you know, finishing up, like cleaning up and everything, and they're like, you just go. So I get a call when I'm like maybe 10 minutes away, and my fiance is like, oh, can you just stop by my house, because like my parents are here and they just want to see the ring, they want to see you. And he was like, we're gonna go to the restaurant right after that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I go park, and he was waiting in his car. He gave me something else, like more gifts, and then he said, you know, let's go through the backyard. And then I'm walking through, and then I start to see more rose petals everywhere, and I'm like, oh shoot, what is going on? Like, they say I was so oblivious. Honestly, I really was. Like, I'm a very, like, if you tell me something, I'm gonna believe it, you know what I mean? So I was just like, what, why is it decorated? And then I hear a surprise, and then it's literally my family, his family, and like our very close friends. They were all there on the patio, and I started crying again, because I was just like, what? Like, I just couldn't believe like that was all like just for me and my fiance. Like, I was just so grateful and thankful, like, for having those people like there in my life at that moment. It was the best thing ever. And then just to see how much like I didn't know any of this was going on, but all the decorations, all the planning, there were gifts there. It was basically like our engagement party. Like, it was a very small one, obviously because of COVID, just a few people at my fiance's house, but it was honestly so amazing, so special. He even arranged to have like the rest of our close friends and family that couldn't be at his house because of the limit. He did like a surprise Zoom. So I didn't even know we were going to get on Zoom, but we got on Zoom, and I saw like my family all across the country. It was just like so special. And I was just like, oh my goodness, like my heart was so full that day. We had cake, we had gifts, music, of course. The food was amazing. It was just such a wonderful time, and I just wanted to thank everybody. If you're watching this, everybody that helped out to make our day special, thank you so much. I love you guys so much. You know who you are. Even my friends, you know, my close friend that had her gender reveal, she knew about it too. I was like, are you kidding me? So of course she couldn't be there because she had her own event, but Her and her husband, you know, they called us as well and said congrats, and like it was just, oh my goodness, it was the best day. My friends from like that don't even like live in the area, like they came by, they drove by. It was just like it was the best day, honestly, one of the best days of my life. I know we have like amazing days to come, but it was amazing. And I love you, fiance. You the bestest. Like, you are literally my favorite person, and I love you so much. That's our engagement story. I know you guys won't see the ring. I'm gonna do a close-up of the ring. So this is the ring. It is a round cut diamond with diamonds going down the circle, and then diamonds going down the side. And it is gold because I did say that like I wanted traditional golds in my ring. So it's just beautiful. Like, I feel like the sparkle of the diamonds makes it look one color, but then when you see the gold in the sun, it's just amazing. It's just really pretty, and I love it so much. Yeah, that's our engagement story. Like I said, I definitely do want to take you guys on this journey, like vlog a few things that we do, some of the planning. I want to take you dress shopping with me. Like, I want to do all that stuff. So, you know, just tune in. You know, if you're not subscribed already, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss all these new videos coming up. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.